Hi everyone, how are we today? Just doing an all signs reading today. We are going to be looking at the person on your mind and what's coming next with that situation. Okay, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Next week we do have the monthly readings for June coming up, followed by the shadow work reading the week after that. So definitely keep subscribed so you can stay up to date with all of those. This week we are going to be using, I've got the Divine Goddess Messages card deck there, as well as the lenormand deck I'm using is it's the Reinos dos Fogo, which is the Fire Queen's lenormand. Okay, so that's what we are using today. Make sure you do check out the description box for all the timestamps, so you can jump ahead to whatever placement you would like to watch. So you're more than welcome to check out your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus are the best ones to watch, for the love readings, or cross-watch your person sign as well. See what's going on that side of things. Starting off with Aries today. Pardon, I do apologize for any coughing or sniffling or anything like that. We've had some hectic weather here in Australia, a lot of flooding and stuff in my local area, so it's really setting my winter allergies off, that's for sure. Okay, but starting off with Aries. Okay, Aries, the person on Aries' mind. What comes next between Aries and the person on their mind? What comes next for Aries with the person on their mind? Commitment, Aries. Look at those cute little lovebirds. Commitment. Your dedication deepens your experience together. So some sort of commitment between the two of you. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're, getting married or anything like that. It is, making a commitment to each other in some kind of a way. So it may even just be, something as simple as making a commitment to, I'll make sure I message you every single day. We're just evolving the commitment to each other and making some sort of contractual type agreement between the two of us that this is going to be met, whether it be, as small as, let's make sure we do send each other those good night texts, or whether it's, committing to moving in together, or, for some of you, it definitely could be the next stage of, evolving that connection in other ways as well. But we do also see the looking back energy here, Aries. Okay, so review the past for clues on how to move forward. So there's an important factor for you both to sort of look back through your own individual pasts and how those commitments have, presented problems for you. For some of you, that's exactly why these commitments are being made, because, you may be dealing with somebody who in the past has had, a certain issue with past partners that have not been able to keep that commitment of, sending that goodnight text. And so they're kind of needing that commitment from you in order to sort of stabilize how they're moving forward with your connection. But we'll have a look with the Lenormand here as well. Aries, what comes next for Aries with the person on your mind? What comes next for Aries with the person on your mind? We have the garden coming through first, Aries. So kind of like a date night. It does seem to be important here. So I do feel for a lot of you that commitment that you're making, and you're looking back through past connections and the way that you've even done things in the past with this connection, you're sort of realizing that there is the need to meet each other halfway a little bit more on things like going out on specific date nights, or going, having that commitment to attend dates or attend events together. And pardon, this is like social commitments kind of thing, but between the two of you. So, going out and spending time with each other's friends or things like that. seeming to be somehow important to this commitment that you're making to each other. So for some of you, it's definitely things about, meeting each other halfway, compromising a little bit more, especially here too, because we do have the feminine coming through. I do feel that for a lot of you, it's because of some sort of emotional component here, and trying to nurture the emotions between the two of you. So, if we are feeling a little bit distant from each other, we do need to nurture those the emotional connection between the two of us. Date night type energy is really good for that, because we're committing to doing something together. We're committing to spending time together. So that does seem to be quite important. We do also have the dog coming through here, the wolf in this particular deck. But it does talk about friendships, loyalties, those sorts of things. So definitely for some of you here, there is the need to commit something in regard to your social life. So you may be finding that, this person, due to their past, or vice versa, swap it as necessary. Somebody may, you feel they spend too much time with their friends, and so you're asking for a commitment to spend less time with the friends, more time with me, or vice versa, like opposite way around as well, that, we don't spend enough time with friends or out and about doing things. We want to incorporate that a little bit more. Committing to, the loyalty, there does, the loyalty and understanding, empathy between the two of you is highlighted with that particular card. Companionship, so just going out in public and spending time together, once again coming through. But also, for some of you, it is a specific commitment for loyalty as well. So, if it has been kind of like a situationship or something like that, you may actually be committing each other's loyalties. So definitely coming through here. It is a bit of an emotional connection here, but we also see, not only the emotions, but the friendship aspects coming through as well. So and time to, together basically to, commit to those aspects of the connection, so that it's not just, because I'm just picking up here, Aries, that for someone here, it's like someone's kind of feeling like all we ever do together is bedroom activities, and so they're wanting, the date nights, the emotional component, the friendship component, to be highlighted, to be a little bit more commitment with those things, rather than just the bedroom stuff. All right, so we are seeing that for them, that may be part of this looking back energy that's created issues in past relationships for them, or I'm getting like an insecurity on either your side or theirs as well. So somebody's just, having a little bit of an emotional insecurity about certain things, and that's why we are needing to offer that commitment, to resolve that issue, because of things that they've gone through in the past. So that's what we have for you today, Aries. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe, and we'll move on to Taurus. Okay, Taurus and the person on your mind. What comes next for Taurus and the person on your mind? What's coming next for Taurus and the person on your mind? Ooh, interesting energy here, Taurus. We have abundance coming through first. Straight away, I do feel that is actually kind of financial abundance for you here, Taurus. Your goals and plans are coming into fruition now. Things are starting to move forward, and your goals financially, I do feel like it does seem to be just financially speaking here. It is. It does keep telling me financial abundance coming into fruition for you and this person on your mind. So there may just be some steps forward with the financial side of things between you and this person. But we also have temptation coming through now. So for some of you, this is actually connected to the abundance. It's kind of that there may actually be a temptation to, oh, look, we're getting a bit of extra money. There might be a temptation to overspend and oh, look, we've got all this extra money, and bang, 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 throw it all away kind of energy. So just be aware of that. But for others of you, this is separate. It does say your integrity is being tested, so resist straying. All right. So I do feel that for some of you, that's, you can see there even in the picture that we've got the 3 apples there. So it's kind of like you and your person here, the little red and green apples, and then here comes this golden apple sashaying in front of them. There is a bit of a temptation there, you know, whether that's for you or for this person. It does seem to be that there is, it does feel like somebody trying to flirt with either you or your person. It does feel like it's not you or your person doing anything or like trying to initiate that. It does feel like somebody else initiating that, the third party initiating that, trying to like the first thing I said was sashaying in front of. So it really feels like somebody who's like intentionally trying to get your person's attention. And it does feel like in a more sexual way than just anything else, to be honest, there as well. But we'll have a look here, Taurus, with the lenormand. Taurus and the person on your mind. Whoa. Emotions flying out there. So there's definitely, you know, this definitely could be the other woman. So regardless of, you know, the where you lay in the spectrum there, if, you know, with is it you or your partner or both of you that are attracted to feminine energy there, that does feel like that's who the third party is. That does feel like that other woman, and it's kind of stirring up some emotions between your person and you. Taurus, person on your mind, and what comes next for Taurus and the person on their mind. So definitely, we do see, like I said, with that other woman energy there, trying to tempt either you or your person. We do have the cross coming through, so it does kind of show us that you do need to have faith in your person and not necessarily believe that this temptation is going to pull them off their path here. I feel as though there's a need for you to just trust and have faith. So even though it's emotions, because there's a lot of emotions here, but trust your intuition, especially when it comes to that situation. But that once again does refer to the more feminine energy as well. A lot of emotional stuff coming in with this third party energy, because I just feel like it just stirs some stuff up between the two of you. And it's, you know, obviously for a lot of you, it's going to be the trust issues, because that's what's being sort of shown here as, you know, regardless of how much emotions and you know, what you're, you know, because like I said, it does feel like it's this other person is the issue, not your person. Okay, so I feel like for a lot of you, the message is to sort of trust that your person is you know, they're not going to allow this to sway them. They may have some emotions about it though. There may be a bit of an emotional pull to take this temptation, and that's why, because that's why it's sort of stirring the energy up a lot here, because I feel as though it kind of just gets your person sort of like, I don't feel that they're actually taking any actions here, but I feel as though it kind of gets them thinking about, oh, I could do this, but I won't, but I could do this. If I feel like I could do this, do I need to stop and think about my connection with Taurus? So just be aware of that. It may just stir up some emotions within them. It may just, and it may just cause some drama, just in the sense of, you know, the temptation there, it may actually just point something out within your connection with this person that, you know, why is that so tempting? Like, is there something that they're seeing in that other person that they can't see in you? Like, have we lost a little bit of emotional connection, sexual connection? You know, is this person dressing a certain way, or that you know, it just feels as though it makes them sort of stop and think about, oh, yeah, well, why is Taurus not like that anymore? Because it does feel like an anymore, like it's something that you know, that's what tempts them, is it's kind of like, oh, that's what Taurus was like when I first met Taurus. So that's kind of what it feels like there. So it's just bringing something up to the surface that they feel as though it's not that they're missing, but it's just bringing it into the thought. You know, I don't feel as though they're actually going ahead with anything. So try not to stress too much, Taurus. But it's just, you know, with that cross there, it does sort of show us that this is just something that, you know, in a way, it's kind of testing the connection, and you know, it's kind of destined to happen this way so that these issues can be brought up between you and your person. So keep that in mind. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Gemini. Okay, Gemini, and the person on your mind. Person on Gemini's mind. What comes next with Gemini and the person on their mind? How cute. We have the commitment card coming through, Gemini. Your dedication deepens to your experience together. So for some of you, this is not necessarily like commitment as in, oh, we have to make a commitment to each other. Let's get married or whatever. It can just be like making a commitment such as, you know, okay, well, you know, I'm committing to make sure I send you that good night text every single night. You know, so it could just be little commitments like that, oh, we're committing to, you know, sharing bills, or we're committing to purchase this item together, or something along those lines as well, Gemini. But we do see romance. So a lot of you, it's going to be committing to keep the romance alive. That does say keep the spark alive by rekindling your passion. So I do feel for a lot of you, that's what that commitment is. It's, you know, both of you committing to keep the romance alive in a certain kind of a way. That does give me, you know, dancing vibes. I do feel dancing vibes coming from that. So, you know, that may be something you're going dancing lessons together or something, just to get that spark, and you know, committing to, let's do this, or activity together. Let's, you know, go on a date together once a week, or whatever. But let's have a look here with the lenormand. Gemini and the person on your mind. What comes next for Gemini and the person on your mind? Some of you dealing with Aries. We did see that same commitment card for Aries. Pardon. So I feel like the reason that we're needing to kind of recommit on a romantic level to each other is because of what I'm seeing here in the lenormand. All right. Firstly, we have the moon. All right, which does talk about emotions heightened at the moment. But we do also see the garden followed by the mice. Okay, I know that that's quite difficult to see that particular card. But with the garden and the mice there, it does sort of show me that someone is feeling as though they have lost a little bit of their social life. They've maybe lost a friend recently, or you know, they've lost the opportunity to spend so much time, you know, out and about in public, you know, doing social events or sports and things like that. Public things where there's, you know, it's kind of got a social aspect to it. And it's just meaning that there's some heightened emotions at the moment around that. So I feel like that's why we're needing to commit with the romantic stuff, because, you know, it's kind of like I'm sort of picking here that, you know, it's kind of, for some of you, it's kind of like it's coming through very structured organization needed. That, you know, it's like we're setting aside each night of the week. Okay, one night we're going to have date night, and then, you know, one night we're both going to do our own individual thing with our friends. And then, you know, another night we're going to focus on XYZ. But then, you know, the rest of the time we're just going to chill and whatnot. But it's kind of making that commitment to have set nights where we can, you know, not only focus on the romance and the commitment between the two of us, but we can have set nights where we can actually focus on our lives separate to each other, the friendships, because the loss of that is actually affecting someone quite heavily here emotionally. So I just kind of feel as though the commitment to the date nights, the commitment to keep the spark alive, is actually kind of dependent on allowing each other social reign. as well, a little bit of social freedom, because we're feeling like we've lost friendships or things like that. So especially for those of you where, if you feel like, one of you doesn't actually have that much of a social life, and we've lost our social life, maybe that's why we're doing, committing to do this event together, like start dancing classes. I'm going to use that as the example since I was getting that dancing energy. We're going to go out dancing one night a week. And that actually becomes a social event, but as a couple. So that may be something to think about as well, that maybe we do need to start socializing more as a couple and committing to, couples socializing. So that's definitely coming into play a little bit for some of you as well, because I do feel as though it will help with the romantic stuff, keep that spark alive too, because, when you're interacting on a social level, but as a team, that it does really actually strengthen your supportive aspects within the connection as well. Remind you that, when you're out and about in public, that it's so good sometimes to have that backup. You're not out by yourself, and those sorts of things. So it's kind of that commitment for a lot of you to socialize together as well. So yeah, keep that in mind, Gemini. But that's what we've got for you. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Cancers. Okay, Cancer. Cancer and the person on your mind. What comes next for Cancer with the person on your mind? As always, I thought this was going to be a super quick reading, but I always talk too much. Cancer, firstly, we have knowledge. You're learning as you go along, so stay open. Stay open to learning. There's a lot to learn from your person, from this connection. All right, there's more to learn here. Stay open, especially, sometimes conflict does come through with learning, in the sense of, sometimes conflict happens between us and our person, specifically so that we can grow and learn more, learn how to deal with conflict, so that, next time conflict occurs, that we can deal with it and move past it and talk it out. It's okay to learn. It doesn't matter how old you are. Stay open to learning. There's definitely some, learn, and it may be actually just learning a little bit more about somebody as well. Like, oh, I didn't know that about you, even though, I've known you for 30 years, and I didn't know that about you. I didn't know you were interested in that. But stay open to learning here. But we do also see, I love this energy for you. We have Lady Luck. Okay, fortune gives you the golden touch now. All right, so it's kind of like everything you turns to gold at the moment, Cancer, with this connection. So you've got a lot of good luck with this connection. Use it to your advantage, but stay open to learn more, because the more open that you are, and showing this person that you're willing to learn more, to grow and continue to learn and develop this connection, the luckier you're going to be able to spin it to go in the direction that you want. All right, Cancer and the person on your mind. What comes next for Cancer with the person on your mind? We have the Child coming through first. It's important to be very playful and adventurous within the connection at the moment. I do feel as though that's connected to that Lady Luck energy, that, being very playful and free-spirited with the connection. It will really, help the luck keep on flowing, moving forward in a, staying innocent and sweet, I suppose, in the connection is coming through there as well. We do have the Heart coming through. So there's a lot of love, a lot of unconditional love, and sharing that in a very light-hearted, free, like freeing kind of a way, being very playful and fun with the way that you're showing love to this person, being a bit adventurous with, with the way that you're showing love to this person and whatnot, and receiving love from this person is really conducive to a good relationship here. We also have the stork. So I do feel as though that child energy is really stirring up some new ideas with the way that we can, share this love connection, that we can move forward in this love connection, find some brand new ideas of different perspectives, learning different perspectives, learning new things about how can we expand and develop this connection in new kinds of ways. What are things that we can do together that we maybe haven't tried before? That adventurous spirit coming through once again. I do feel it's important to mention here with both the child and the stork coming through for you, that for those of you where you are trying for pregnancy, Lady Luck is on your side with that as well. All right, so I do feel as though that's specifically for those of you who are trying. If you're not trying, be careful that there is the pregnancy card showing up in your reading. Okay, so but you have the golden touch now when it comes to that. All right, so definitely a good time for that to be occurring in the connection for some of you as well. All right, like I said, those of you that are already invested in that as an option. All right, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. You're more than welcome to check other placements, of course, and we will move on over to our Leos. Okay, Leo and the person on your mind. What comes next for Leo and the person on their mind? Leo and the person on your mind. What comes next? Oh, we just had that same card for Cancer. You may have someone with a strong Cancer placement in the connection. You may be on the cusp yourself. We have the knowledge card. Pardon? You're learning as you go along, so stay open. So staying very open, a very open book. Be an open book. I'm ready to learn more about my person. I'm ready to learn more about how I can, push this. Well, not push. That's not the right word, but I'm willing to stay open to how we can get along better and move forward together. All right, because we do also have the wishes card. Prayers are answered and your wishes granted. Oh, and just also here, Leo, I am picking up that for some of you, stay open to the fact that one of you may actually want to seek knowledge in like receive further education, gain extra skills or something like that. It may be just part of the journey at the moment that one of you is sort of going to studying at the moment. But wishes, prayers are answered and your wish is granted. I love that energy for you. Okay, Leo and the person on your mind. What comes next for Leo and the person on your mind? Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Okay, Leo. We saw knowledge. We saw wishes. We have wishes with the star card coming through first. We do have the moon in the center. Trust your intuition. Maybe there might be some emotions. Interesting. I'll come back to that. We have the book, knowledge again, education again. Being well. Embracing the mystery, embracing what there is to learn about each other. Definitely coming through strongly. That knowledge you're learning as you go. So stay open to the learning. Someone may actually, like I said, there may be actual knowledge, education being gained here. The book can talk about, being willing to sort of embrace the next chapter, whatever that brings. That you know, the future is unknown, but the more that you're willing to embrace that and learn as you go, the more smoothly that is going to occur for you here. Like I said, we have the wishes card coming through first. Your wishes are coming true. Your dreams are coming true. This is definitely wish fulfillment, and it is, you know, staying hopeful and optimistic that your wishes are coming true. I do have a specific message coming through for my particular Leo friend too. You know who you are. I know she watches all my Leo videos and stuff. She's had a very busy week, so she may not see this straight away. But, you know, like I said at the start, we've got my area is affected by flooding, and this particular Leo friend, we're worried she's going to be, you know, trapped in her suburb. All the roads are getting closed around her and things like that. So that's who you are. You know who you are. The wishes. It's the wish. It's the wish that we've been talking about on and off for that number 3. It now is the right time for that. Like oh my goodness, I have to have a chat with her about this, because that is something we have been talking about when I've done readings for her personally and things like that. I remember saying to her, when you move into the new place, and they've been in the new place a few weeks now, and yep, there we go. That's when the wish is coming true. So it's incoming news. I can't wait. I can't wait. Trust your intuition as well. Like I said, with that moon energy, trust your intuition. Full moon is important for you, Leo, when it comes to this wish being granted. Because, like I said, even though I'm specifically mentioning a specific wish for a specific person here, this is in the collective and it's coming through very strongly. All right, so, you know, what are you wishing for with this person on your mind? Between, you know, in the energy between you and the person on your mind, Leo, what is your biggest wish? Trust your intuition. When I ask you that question, the first thing that pops into your mind, that's probably exactly which wish is going to be fulfilled here. All right. And the emotions is very interesting, because we do see the wish card itself, and it does talk about the need to stay positive and hopeful and optimistic. Okay. And I am getting that here with that moon coming through as well, that it is very, very important for you to, in order to create this wish for yourself, you need to surround that wish with positivity. All right. And keeping yourself hopeful and optimistic is the perfect way to move forward here. That is, you know, how this is going to come into fruition for you, Leo. Like attracts like. The more that you're telling yourself, this is going to happen for me, the more that it will happen for you. Okay, so just be very mindful of your emotions, but also pay attention, Leo, if you do have any triggering type emotions popping up, you need to pay attention to those. It's not really telling me why, but it's got to do with that knowledge. All right, that there's something that you need to investigate a little bit further, and it sort of prompts from things that trigger you emotionally. All right, so you know, just as a basic example here, if you're getting very stressed and you're getting a lot of anxiety from stress, you need to learn a little bit more about these stresses and how to deal with stress and how to deal with anxiety. You know, knowledge is your friend. All right, so even something as simple as just Googling it, you know, and learning a little bit more about what's going on, you know, with the physiology of stress and all that sort of stuff, it's actually going to be very, very useful to you. So do definitely pay attention to your emotions at the moment, Leo. There's a lot of information for you coming through with your emotional self. All right, so pay attention to that. You're more than welcome to check your other placements or cross-watch your person's placements as well. Subscribe, and we will move on over to our Virgos. Okay, Virgo and the person on your mind. Virgo and the person on your mind. What comes next for Virgo and the person on your mind. Oh, the passage. You're moving into a different phase of life. Okay, and what happens when we see stairs? We're moving upwards. We're elevating. We also have commitment, Virgo. Okay, your dedication deepens your experience together. All right, so you and this person on your mind, you are elevating to a higher level of commitment within the connection. Generally, I would say that the commitment card, it talks about, it can be as simple as we're committing to sending each other that goodnight text at the end of the night every single day. Sometimes those commitments, those contractual agreements between us can be as simple as that. But with the passage card there, Virgo, I actually feel like this is some sort of elevation, climbing to the next level of actual commitment within this connection. So what is the next level of commitment for you and your person? Is it, moving in together? Is it signing up for a big financial commitment together? Is it getting married? Even if you are already married to this person, you can still commit further to each other. Is it time to renew vows? Is it time to commit to, purchasing a house together? Is it time to commit to moving together? There's a lot of different things that this could actually be referring to, but it's kind of the next level in whatever your situation is. This is the next level for you and your person. And we'll see if the Lenormand wants to give us a little bit more information. Okay. Virgo and the person on your mind. What comes next for Virgo with the person on your mind? Two coming out together. Ooh. We have the heart with the flowers, both came out together there. So this is, giving gifts of love, giving more love, giving more heart energy, heart space energy, because normally with the flowers, we give our time, our love, our energy. This is giving specifically more love, receiving more love, romance as well. And, literally for some of you, quite literally giving romantic gifts. Or receiving those as well. The flowers does go both ways. Love goes both ways as well here, Virgo. So they may be making a commitment of romantic gifts between the two of you. We do see the sun shining brightly in the center of your reading here. This is like with the flowers, the sun, and the heart all coming out together. I cannot wish for anything more than that. That is one of the most positive messages. The sun is happiness. I'm kind of actually hearing this is like eternal happiness. It's long-term commitment happiness kind of energy. And we do see that passage once again with the ship ready for the next journey of where this love takes us, we're following the sun, we're, getting on that ship and sailing away off into the sunset and moving to a higher level of commitment with the connection, with the romance, with happiness with each other. So some of you, physical travel is definitely highlighted here as well. So like I said, with that passage card, that you may be, relocating or committing to buying a house together, committing to move towns or something along those lines here, committing to travel together. You may actually be going, on some sort of literal passage, literal journey. For some reason, every time I look at that card, it does tell me like Italy and Venice and all those sorts of places coming through. So that may be relevant to some of you traveling to those sorts of places. But I do feel for a lot of you, if you are traveling, it's going to be overseas. rather than just, you know, small distances. It does feel like big journeys, big steps in the connection here, doing something big together. All right, Virgo. So let me know if you've got some travel planned. Take me with you, yeah. I've only ever been overseas once, and I'm like so keen to travel overseas again. So invite me. So that's what we have for you, though. But more than welcome to check out your other placements. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Libra. Okay, Libra. Libra and the person on your mind. Libra and the person on your mind. What comes next for Libra and the person on their mind? Ooh, cards flying everywhere, Libra. Okay, so firstly we have stability coming through. Always good to hear when it's to do with connections. Remain steady on course as you pursue your dreams. All right, so I do feel that this is actually, you know, yes, we're on a stable footing, on a stable course here with this connection, but it's also about being stable for each other, being that stable, you know, person that they can rely on while they follow their dreams, and vice versa, finding that stability within each other, that security to know that, you know, everything can work out really well for you both here. We do have release coming through as well. Letting go of anything you have bottled up inside. All right, so definitely the need to release some of, you know, stuff that doesn't matter. I feel, Libra, that there's maybe some stuff that's happened in the past, some, you know, silly little fights that we've had and things like that. There is the need to just release that energy so that we can focus on the stable energy and you know, being there for each other and not bottling things up in the future. All right, but we'll have a look with the lenormand as well. Libra and the person on your mind. So a little bit of forgiveness and releasing things that don't really matter. It keeps coming through as releasing the fight, you know, that you don't need to win the fight, you need to win the war kind of energy. So, you know, there's the need to release things that don't really matter in the grand scheme of things, so that the things that do really matter can, you know, be focused on. Libra and the person on your mind. What comes next for Libra and the person on your mind? Yeah, so, you know, it's really wanting to focus on that release energy here. So we do have the coffin, which in this card, this deck is the skull face there, followed by the mountain. All right, so it's about that transformative energy with, you know, this is very visual in this deck as, you know, a death. It's putting an end to that stuff from the past that is not actually, you know, relevant to the future. You know, putting an end to that, and in order to, you know, transform that energy and have new beginnings. Every death does bring about a rebirth that, you know, you can put that energy elsewhere in the connection rather than focusing on things that, you know, it's ended, it's over, it's done with, you know, that there's no point carrying that forward into the future. So transforming, you know, those blockages and delays and obstacles that you have faced in the past with this connection, and in order to just show each other that, you know, we are going to focus on the stability, and we are going to, you know, persevere and be determined to, you know, reach the summits of this connection. We're willing to both put in the work, but it does involve releasing some of the past there, putting an end to those things that have created blockages between the two of you, so that we can get to the other side of the mountain there. We have the heart as well. At the end of the day, it's the love that matters between you and this person, Libra. We do see, you know, unconditional love, romance coming through there as well. So, you know, rather than focusing on where we've been and what has needed to end, you know, let go of that so that we can, like I said, focus on the other side of that mountain where, you know, the love reigns supreme, and we can focus on being romantic with each other and being stable for each other. Okay, so that's what we have for you today, Libra. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Scorpios. Scorpio, and the person on your mind. Okay, Scorpio and the person on Scorpio's mind, please. What comes next for Scorpio and the person on your mind? Ascension. We see the lilies in this card too, which does talk about, emotional connection and long-term energy between you and this person. You rise to the highest spiritual pinnacle. So we do see that, there is a strong connection between you and this person that has the potential to, reach those highest of heights, and the top of the mountain for you here. The long-term energy definitely coming through strong here, rising to the highest spiritual pinnacle. So for some of you here, there has been a lot of growth, either within you or your person, or just the relationship in general. But it does sort of want to let you know here that, whoever's the one going through the spiritual growth, we're about to, hit the top and come back into connectedness. We do see journey coming through as well. You travel or discover a new side path to explore. Side quests in this connection. So I do feel for some of you that side quest is some sort of spiritual journey. It could actually be travel, or, actual sense of adventure. For some of you here, I am feeling, I'm just picking up on this energy, Scorpio, that for some of you, you're not actually with this person that is on your mind. And that's the journey, is, that this is a new path to explore. Because I'm picking up on like someone that's like, maybe you haven't been in a long-term relationship before, and now that's the path that you're wanting to explore, is long-term relationship stuff. And it is like a big learning curve, I feel, for a lot of you. It's this ascension where you're ready for the next stage, of your own personal journey, as well as within connections journeys. So it's kind of like something that you've never really had before. So whether that be, it may just be the type of connection that you and this person have, that it's kind of a spiritual connection. It does feel very spiritual connection there, but you are kind of like exploring a new pathway that you maybe haven't had in your life before, in some kind of a way. But we'll see if the Lenormand wants to add into that, Scorpio. Scorpio and the person on your mind. What comes next for Scorpio and the person on your mind? Definitely picking up a lot of spiritual energy between you and this person. Yeah, see, because what I'm seeing first here, we have the snake. I know that doesn't look like the snake, but that is the snake card in this deck. Okay, so as you can kind of see, we've got the water element and then the fire element at the top. So it does talk about, there is underlying emotions here under the surface, but then we do see, a lot of passion and desire, radiating from each other here. That is your card as well. So we do see that for a lot of you here, this is on your side, that under the surface there's a lot of emotions. I feel like it's fear for a lot of you. There is a lot of fear about deception and betrayal, all right, or that something is not as it seems. Like, because I'm just picking up, and it's fear from the past. I feel, Scorpio, that you may have, been betrayed in the past, or deceived in the past, or, in the past, when something has been too good to be true, then it's turned out to be like that, or you've someone has presented themselves in a certain way in the past, and you've believed that illusion of who they were, but then they're not really that person. So I do feel as though this is fear from, the past that is actually under the surface here, for you and this person. So it's kind of like, you've got a lot of passion and desire for this current person, but you are sort of being held back a little bit here. We have the anchor by that fear that's coming. It's coming from the past. All that energy that's under the surface, that fear that I'm picking up on there. This is different. You have not experienced this before. This is not how things were in the past. So there is a strong message coming through here about this person is not the same person that did that to you. This person is not the same person that, I'm kind of feeling this energy of like in the past, someone's, said all the right things and, you thought that they were a really good person, and then and then you realize that that was just an illusion. Whereas with this person, it's not an illusion. It's like, in the past, it's been, oh, that's too good to be true. And guess what? It was too good to be true. But this person, the bits where you kind of feel, oh, this is, it feels too good to be true. So you're saying to yourself, so it must be like the past where it was too good to be true. That's not the case. It's too good to be true, but guess what? It kind of is true. That's exactly who, I feel like this person is exactly who they portray themselves to be, because you're a little bit stuck on the past here. But the other energy that I'm picking up with this anchor is that you can rely on this. This is reliable. It's dependable. It's secure. It's not what's being holding you back. It's completely different. This is your safety throughout that storm. We see the ship is what has the anchor that, when you put that anchor down, it holds you safe and steady through the storm. This person that is on your mind is safe and secure for you here. It's an ascension. It's something different. It's something new. It's not what you've had in the past here, but I do feel the past is trying to hold you back a little bit with this particular connection, stop you from ascending to this new path that is open to you here. So this is probably why we're seeing the clover coming through as well. Okay, that's all about taking a chance, taking a risk, jump in the deep end. Yes, there's a lot of fear holding you back, but it's worth investing in this. It's worth investing in this. Luck is on your side. It's worth the chance. It's worth taking the, jumping on that ship and setting sail in ascending here. This person on your mind, Scorpio, they're not the person that you've had in the past. This is something new. This is something different. Okay. A lot of heat and desire there too. So you probably do feel a lot of sexual desire for this person as well, I feel, Scorpio. But that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, cross-watch the person's placements. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we will move on over to our Sagittarians. Okay. Sagittarius, and the person on your mind. Person on your mind, Sagittarius. What comes next for Sagittarius and the person on their mind? Ooh. Celebrate success. Okay, it literally says celebrate success. Okay, so we have the celebrate card and then we have the success card. So celebrate, we've got the big giant cake there, so we're finding something to celebrate. We have success as well with the wine glasses there, the champagne flutes. Celebrate, savor your success and treat yourself to luxury. Success, your current venture will excel if you stick with it. Okay, so for some of you, you are a little bit unsure about this person. But if you stick with it, stick it out, I kind of feel as though we're just in a moment. There's just a moment. You may have, that may be why you're needing that reassurance, because there's something that, maybe you've kind of been wavering a little bit here when it comes to this person. Something's been going on in their life. I feel for a lot of you, it's like there's something external, in their energy at the moment. So it's like, they've been so busy at work or something like that. Something just taking up some of their mind space. And that's sort of been making you feel a little bit wavery. But if you stick it out, you will soon see that reason to celebrate with this situation. The success is very, very close with this. It's kind of like whatever's been going on, behind the scenes here, it's about to be resolved. And there's going to be a reason to celebrate that resolution, because it's going to move you and this connection into a more successful energy. All right. Sagittarius and the person on your mind. What comes next for Sagittarius and the person on your mind? You may also, we may also be seeing, you may be attending weddings, you may be attending birthday celebrations with this person coming up here as well. Sagittarius, what's next for Sagittarius and the person on your mind? Pretty solid energy here. Firstly, we have the masculine. I feel like that's the, the masculine energy is the more logical, rational part of ourselves. That's the part of you that is telling you, stick it out, stick it out. Your emotions are saying, oh, but I feel like I'm not being paid attention to. I'm feeling a bit wavery. That's your emotions, okay? Your masculine side is kind of like, no, that it makes sense to stick it out. I'm trying to be logical. It's not that they're ignoring me. It's that they've got all this other stuff going on in their brain, so they can't, they just can't give me as much time as maybe I would like them to. So you're trying to be a little bit more logical about it, and that, it's just something else going on. It's not you, it's something else altogether that's affecting this connection right now, or just in the recent past. But moving forward, that may not be the case. All right. We do have the house coming through, as well as the fish. So I feel like that's probably what's actually been going on for your person here, Sagittarius, is they've actually been trying to focus on financial security and stability. That they're, the house talks about stability and security. The fish does talk about abundance and financials. All right. So I do feel as though that's maybe what they've been focusing on. They've been focusing on work, or some sort of, financial security, or something connected to that sort of stability. For some of you, maybe they have been, sorting out finances, work stuff, housing, all those sorts of things. But, the reason to celebrate is coming in very, very soon. For some of you, that success that you're celebrating is the purchase of a house, or being approved for a house, something along those lines. For others of you, it is some sort of financial gain that you're celebrating. For some of you, you're celebrating the sale of a house, or like something to do with the sale of a house. It's affecting money, right? Money seems to be very important here in this connection at the moment, but we are about to move into that celebration phase. So, the wait is almost over, Sagittarius. So I know, and even if it's not specifically financial, we do see, that we're moving into a period where we are going to have an abundance of stability here in this connection. And so it is going to be successful. All right. Both of those cards say the word success on them. And we will be celebrating potential success with this connection in the near future. Okay. So that's, pretty much all it wants to tell you today, that, we're moving into a better phase than what we maybe have been in. I just feel as though you've been just a bit unsure yourself and worried, I feel, more than anything. But there's no reason to worry here. It's just external pressures. All right. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure, you're welcome to check your other placements or cross-watch as well. And we will move on over to Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn and the person on your mind. Capricorn and the person on your mind. What comes next for Capricorn and the person on your mind? Capricorn and the person on your mind. What comes next? Interesting. On the bottom of the deck, I have true love. I just want to throw that out there because very interesting. Here in Australia, this particular word does not mean the same thing it means on this card. We have the rooted card. Okay, so this is just cracking me up, Capricorn, because here in Australia, you know, we would say something like, you're rooted, which means you're effed. Okay, it's rooted, it's effed, it's broken, it's not, you know, but that's not the case here. Okay, I just want to make that very clear. That's not the case here, Capricorn. I just found that kind of hilarious for some reason. So just share one of those Australian weird words with you guys. It doesn't get used very often. It's kind of like more of an older word that people would say, because root means like sex in Australia. But we don't use it very often. It's like, to be honest, it's not, I don't like that word, to be honest, but it's just cracking me up for some reason. So, because I kind of do feel for a lot of you Capricorn, there may be a very strong connection between you and this person through sex as well, and that's why that's coming through so strongly in that way as well. It does say, stand your ground and know that you are connected. So it's actually talking more about, you know, tree roots and being grounded and knowing that there is this, you know, connection that, you know, every tree and every, you know, plant, they're all connected underneath the ground through the root system. And, you know, they kind of can talk to each other through the root system. I'm picking up an element of telepathy coming through between you and this person on your mind, but that there is the need to stay very grounded within yourself, Capricorn, and to know that you know, I kind of feel like saying to you, Capricorn, you're not imagining the connection. Okay, you're not imagining it. So for some of you, like, I don't know exactly what's going on here, but it's asking me to tell you that you're not imagining this connection, that you are connected. You know, that clearly says, stand your ground and know that you are connected. So, you know, be more confident in yourself, Capricorn, because what you know about this connection, you are actually more connected to your intuition and the truth of this connection than you realize or allow yourself to believe. We do also see genuine, which I just want to add in, Capricorn. Why? See the masks? These people wearing the masks, the masquerade. Why is this the third reading? I'm seeing the mask energy for you, Capricorn. Third reading in a row. The weeklies, the single reading yesterday, and now this connection reading today. I'm seeing a mask energy in all three as one of your central energies. We really need to look at this, Capricorn. Shadow work's not coming up for, you know, another 2 weeks. But this is coming up. It's coming up heavy in your energy at the moment, Capricorn. So please pay attention to those messages. It's repeating itself now. Take off your mask and be your authentic self. Stop hiding. Stop hiding yourself. Stop hiding from this connection. Be confident to know that your authentic self and what you know deep down within yourself is genuine, Capricorn. Clarifying this message, please, because like I said, I do want to add on the bottom. I did want to tell you about the true love on the bottom. Put your whole heart into what you desire. So stop wearing a mask saying that you don't desire true love. Something about that there, Capricorn. Capricorn, and I'm not rousing on you, Capricorn. I am a Capricorn as well, yeah. So I get it. I do. And you guys, honestly, you can take it a little bit more. I have been very confrontational with some of the signs lately, unintentionally, but I feel as though I can be a little bit more intentionally confrontational with you, Capricorn, because you are one of the signs that actually put the work in. You put the work in to yourself. just in general, all the time. So you're putting so much work in, and you're so strong and grounded, and you're able to stand your ground and stand tall and firm and be that tree. You know, the genuine Capricorn is amazing. So why are you feeling the need to not be authentic? Show your authenticity to yourself, to the world, to this person. Capricorn, the person on your mind. What comes next for Capricorn and the person on your mind? I do apologise for being confronting, of course, Capricorn, but I'm just the messenger. Capricorn, we have the house and the fish coming through first. Some of you are dealing with the Sagittarius, because we had this coming through for Sagittarius as well, those same two cards. Stability, security, abundance. Okay, the house is security and stability. Feeling this person is home, this person is family, this person is home. They're part of that tree root system. There's abundance here. There is a sense of abundance connection here. Be secure in the abundance available to you through this connection. It's genuine. For some of you, you're trying to put on this mask that I only care about financial security. Financial stability is all that matters to me right now. We know that's not necessarily the case, Capricorn. Otherwise, why would you be watching a love reading in the first place? Stop hiding from true love. You know that it does matter. Otherwise, why are you here? Watch one of my career videos if that's not you. All right. It seems to be a bit of a front that you're putting on, that, you know, home and money are what matter to me the most. So that's what I'm going to focus on. But, you know, that's part of the mask, Capricorn. We see the key as well. You have a lot of opportunities available to you here. I actually do feel as though we got a very similar message for the singles yesterday too, Capricorn. There is more than one opportunity available to you. There is more than one fish in the sea for you here, Capricorn. It depends on which door you choose to open. So stand your ground and know that you are connected to these opportunities, and that success is available to you on the other side of any door you choose to unlock. You have the key energy. You are the abundance. You are the stability. You hold the keys to the home. You are the home. You are the stable, secure. You are the home. You are the family. You hold the keys to open the house. You have, you know, all the keys to the city, keys to my heart, Capricorn. You have all the keys. Start unlocking some of these opportunities. The keywords for the key, I know, right? Say it a million times. The keywords for this card, it specifically states unlocks success, prosperity. A lot of you are once again masking with the career stuff, the stability stuff, but yeah, it just, you know, like I said, Capricorn, this is the third time I'm getting the same messages for you in regard to that mask. So please pay attention to that and ask yourself how that resonates for you in your life. At the moment, maybe go back and check those other two readings. Even if even if you're not single and you've got a person on your mind, you may want to check that singles reading and the Capricorn weekly reading. They are all the same message. Just, some have got different bits of info. All right, so that's what I've got for you, Capricorn. You're more than welcome to check other placements, other readings. Subscribe to the channel so you can make sure you're up to date with all those readings, of course. I'll move on over to Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, the person on your mind. What comes next for Aquarius with the person on your mind? Aquarius. Transform the reflection. I hate to be confronting, but I feel like I may need to be here a little bit, Aquarius. So I do apologize in advance if this comes out in a sort of confronting message here. All right. You have the power to make profound changes. Transformation energy with the person, you and this person on your mind. But I do kind of feel strongly that it's you that needs the transformation the most. I'm not saying that this person doesn't, because for some of you, they do. But you have the power to make changes in this connection. You have the power, Aquarius. Reflection. You mirror both the good and bad in each other. You have the power to change that. You have the power to recognize that reflection of oneself. Why is this person triggering you? What is it about whatever they've said, done, whatever? Why are you triggered? What is it in you that is reflecting? The mirror type energy, it's a reflection. It's a, the things that trigger us, they trigger us for a reason. They confront us for a reason. It's so that we can face them, so that we can deal with them. If we didn't have a reaction, we weren't actually triggered, that would mean that it's not a thing. It's not, if it's triggering you, it means something. Is it reflecting a fear that you have? Is it reflecting a behavior of yours or something of yours that you don't want to face the fact that you do that too? Okay, so you have the power to transform the way that those things trigger you and are reflected. If you don't want bad things reflected back at you, focus on the good things. Work on the bad things, change the bad things so that they no longer exist and they cannot trigger you if you have healed and grown from those things. Sorry to be confronting, Aquarius, but we'll have a look with the Lenormand here. Okay, Aquarius and the person on your mind. What comes next for Aquarius and the person on your mind? Okay, so firstly, we're seeing this is the scythe. Okay, it's a knife in this card. Okay, followed by the anchor. All right, and so what is actually happening here is the knife is wanting you to cut out half of this anchor. The anchor has two, like it's got both sides of the coin on the anchor. The scythe here is asking you to break free, to cut it out, kind of thing. The part of the anchor that holds you back, the part of the anchor that you feel stuck with this person, and it's because of that reflection energy, and it needs to be transformed. Yeah. So this is asking you to cut that out, that behavior out, cut that. You're reflecting the good and the bad in each other. If you don't want the bad, cut it out. Cut it out, transform it so that it's no longer there. Break free from that very sudden, very swift changes needing to be made. That transformation, you have the power to, come through and change that. If you don't like it, change it. All right. The other side of the anchor here that this is trying to push you towards, these changes are trying to push you towards, is the knowledge that it's safe and secure. You can rely on this connection. The good is you can rely on the good as well. You can rely on the transformed version of this in a lot of different ways. It's You know, it's that safety net, you know, that safe anchor that you put down to get you through the storm. This is something that you can rely on long term. We do see the flowers there as well. Reciprocal energy, reciprocal giving more time, more love, more energy to this, giving the time and energy to transform this so that you can receive this. All right, so that you can receive the time, the love, the energy that you want. I am getting a clear message here that, you know, you're being, some of you here, this is exactly what the message is here, is that you are being triggered because you feel as though you're not receiving equal from this connection. But the truth of the matter is that you're actually receiving what you're giving. What you're putting in is what you're getting back. Why is that triggering to you and making you feel like you're not getting enough? Does that mean that you're not giving enough time, love, energy to this connection? What you need to give a little bit more if you want to receive a little bit more. You need to kind of lead by example, I suppose. This is gift as well, can be gifting as well, you know, but it does talk about equal reciprocation. So I feel like it's kind of triggering some of you that this person is triggering you and you're feeling as though, you know, oh, this is only one-sided. I've got more feelings for this person than they do for me. But when you actually stop and think about it, no, they're reflecting exactly what you're showing them. So you may feel as though you're more you're giving more, but are you really? Would they say that you're giving more? Do they feel that you're giving more? No, it's equal. They're giving you exactly what they're getting. You're giving them exactly what you're getting. Someone needs to give more if you want more. And you have the power to make the profound changes here, Aquarius. It's kind of all on, it's kind of saying that you are the one that has the power to transform this, because I kind of feel like this person is just giving back exactly what you're giving, and it's kind of showing me that you're not giving, you're stuck and held back a little bit here, and so that you actually aren't giving as much as you think you are, and so that you if you want to transform what you're getting, you need to transform what you're giving. All right. There is a reflection here, so we are actually seeing a lot of equality, like a lot of equal energy here. So the energy that you are receiving, that's actually what you're giving. You need to be aware of that. That seems to be the main message here, Aquarius, that if that's not enough for you, why are you not giving more? And for some of you, I do feel it's the need to give time, the need to give, you know, physical presence with this person. I feel as though for someone here, that is what is blocking you and making you feel like you're not getting enough, and making it really hard for you to give, because we're not giving physical presence. Like, and not just presence as in gifts, presence as in your physical presence, like with a C. You know, presence. Both. Everyone loves presents, yeah. But that's what we've got for you, Aquarius. I am sorry if that was a bit confronting. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements or cross-watch the person's placements as well. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Pisces. Okay, Pisces and the person on your mind. Pisces and the person on your mind. What comes next for Pisces and the person on their mind? Pisces and the person on your mind. I swear I always get like sing-songy when I get to Pisces for some reason. I always love working with the Pisces energy. Even if you guys confuse the hell out of me sometimes, not going to lie. Your energy sometimes throws me. But I still enjoy it. We have the Foresight card. You're being shown a glimpse of your future. Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. I need to question that a little bit more. That card's not talking very much. It's just saying, you know, exactly what the card says. Foresight. You're being shown a glimpse of your future. Or there is one of you where this might be a little bit confronting for someone. This is just one of you in particular. Okay, this is not my collective. This is just one person in particular. You've just seen something about this person that I need to say to you right here, right now, Pisces, that if you are with that person in 10, 20, 30 years and you have children with that person and they do that or say that to your children with them, would you allow that? Why are you allowing them to speak to you like that? Why, you know, that's a glimpse into the future in that sense that if they treat you like that, they will treat your future children like that. Is that the example you want your children to grow up with? That is one particular person. I'm sorry if that is a bit confronting, but someone has just recently seen something, or someone, the person on your mind, you've just recently, they've said something or done something very specifically to that message. And you kind of know, like, do I want my children to see that as a role model? You know, that's what you need to ask yourself right now. Sorry about that if that, everyone else, that's not for you. Obviously, if it's not for you, it's not for you. We also have Ascension coming through here. This is a beautiful card because, we do see the lilies front and center here. So we do have, a lot of emotional connectedness when it comes to this energy and long-term energy, which is why we're seeing that foresight energy. It's like really, really wanting to look into the future of where would this be in 10, 20, 30 years from now. And for everyone else in that, if, like I said, that last message there was just for one person, but everyone else just in general, think about the person that is on your mind. What sort of role model are they going to be for your children, 10 years from now? What sort of, are they the sort of person that you want to have children with 10 years? Can you picture having children with them? Can you picture getting married to them? Can you picture growing old with them? It does say you rise to the highest spiritual pinnacle. So, there is a lot of, spiritual connectedness. And I do feel as though for quite a lot of you, this is specifically telling us that what you envision of the future between you and this person, that's exactly how it's going to play out. I kind of feel for a lot of you that this is your spiritual gifts coming into play here, Pisces. We all know Pisces are very strong on the spiritual stuff. You guys are already pretty high on the spiritual pinnacle, yeah. But it's kind of just showing you that your foresight here, your intuition on this person, you're not wrong. Pisces, the person on your mind. What comes next for Pisces and the person on your mind? And I am clearly hearing that for a lot of you, you can envision growing old with this person. And that's exactly what this is showing us, that this is a long-term future thing. Oh, I love it. We have the book coming through first. Some of you are sort of, trying to find more knowledge, educate yourselves more about spiritual stuff. The journey is just beginning for sure for someone here. For a couple of you, the journey is only just beginning on this spiritual journey here. We also have the cross followed by the ship there. All right, so the cross is a very spiritual energy, of course, as well. And we do see that the next chapter is a spiritual ascension, a spiritual journey that's being undertaken by you and this person, this connection. All right, but this is entering into the unknown. I don't know where this is going to take me, but I'm keen to find out that, if I if I don't like how that story ends up turning, I can, you know, rip out that page and start that next chapter all over again if I decide to. But I feel like a lot of you are kind of predetermined, predestined to have this next chapter be all about spiritual journey. All right, that you have faith that the journeys that you're undertaking on a spiritual level are connectedness, that there is a destiny between you and this person, and it's actually to do with your spiritual connection with this person, your spiritual journey with this person. For a lot of you, I do feel as though this person and yourself are very, very, you know, spiritually interconnected. You know, so that's definitely part of your story here. But we also see travel opportunities in the future with this person as well. You know, unknown destinations coming through as well. So, you know, having the foresight to sort of even, you know, maybe that this is unknown destinations for some of you in a literal and a spiritual sense. Okay, so it does look like, you know, no matter what's going on between you and this person, it's all part of your journey, and it is all part of you learning more about yourself on a spiritual sense. This person is very connected to your spiritual journey, some way, shape, or form. You know, it kind of just wants me to remind you that trust your own intuition here, what you can envision for your future with this person. If you can dream it, you can believe it. All right, have faith that what you want here is potentially possible. All right, that if you're wanting that long-term, you know, future with this person, that, you know, it's well supported by the energy. Okay, because you see it, because you can see it and you have faith in it, it can happen. All right, Pisces, you guys are going to stop coming to my readings soon. You guys are going to be just doing your own without having to, you know, want anyone else's opinions, because you're just going to be so able to do that all by yourself. You know, I have quite a few Pisces that do read already. So shout out to you guys. I know that I do have a few Pisces that do read cards already. Amazingly, would you believe that this is only the start of your journey of how much further that you're going to go with things, just within your own self? That, like I said, Pisces, that you're more than capable. You don't really need my opinion or advice, but thank you for watching and supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. I do. One of my biggest supporters is my Pisces, and I really appreciate it. Every time I see her comments, it really brings a smile to my face, and I love it. Love you guys. All right, so you are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe and support. I love it. Thank you. I love you, and I'll see you soon.